Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's McKenna. This is Kennascrosstitch. That was a really awkward introduction. Oh well, we're just gonna roll with it today. Only one take, minimal editing. That's what I want today. Be warned, I am expecting some people to arrive at the house any minute, so if I just dramatically stop and cut frame, I apologize for that. I realized that the earlier in the day that I film, the better the lighting is. So I have like a high window right there, and in the afternoon it just glares. So it's not super early though, it's 12:30. But we're just gonna get to it. Sorry I did not film last week. I meant to tell you guys that I wasn't going to, and I was gonna push it back an extra week. I had midterms last week, and I didn't really feel like taking time out of my day to film. Instead, I was studying the whole time. So I think I did good on all of them. We'll see. Should get my results back next week. So yeah, because of midterms and I have projects due, I didn't do a ton of stitching. So I was still even questioning like doing a FlossTube video today or just waiting another week. But that would have been a full month, and I really don't want to do that. I do want to kind of keep some consistent content. So yeah, we'll see. I noticed in my last video that every time I moved, it kind of like whooshed. I don't know how to really explain it. It just kind of moved like slowly. It didn't like follow me. If that's the case in this video, maybe I'll look at recording some other way. We'll see. I don't really want to spend money on a camera, but we'll see. Okay, so without further ado, let's start. Hold on, my dogs. Sorry about that. Had to let my dogs in. They were outside. Okay, you might hear them roughhousing, playing in pitter-patter, but they were barking outside, and we don't want the neighbors to complain. So, where was I? Yes, let's just go to whips, shall we? So the first one is, I was talking about how I probably wasn't going to finish the frosted pumpkin stitchery this year. I've lost steam, lost interest, and officially decided to put it away just for the entire year. I'm not going to say, I shouldn't say totally. There could be a chance that I'll have the urge to do it, however, probably not. So this is my stopping point for the year. Still have all my wrinkles. I didn't iron it. So yeah, I started on, I think they're parakeets or parrots or something. Did about maybe an hour and a half's worth of work, and was just not feeling it at all. I even stopped, I still have 2 crosses to do. They're not even complete, and I just have the string in the back. I was just so done that I just stopped. So this one will be put away, put into my whip bag, and yeah, I am planning on doing Year of Whips. This will be my first year doing Year of Whips in 2019, and this will be one of the ones that I want to complete. It's so close to being done, but I'm just so sick of it right now, and I want cross stitch to be fun, not a chore, and that was starting to feel like a chore. So once I get some space from it, I'll pick it back up. For sure, hopefully I'll finish it next year, but not right now. So I kept pushing it back. I said I would finish the bottom border this year, or I would finish just the top border this year. Then I went to, I'm just going to finish the animals, and I really like that block. The birds are really, really cute. I just didn't want to stitch them. I don't know why. I think I had I don't know, stitchy itch to start something. Is that what it's called? And that piece was blocking me from doing it. But then, I don't know. I just didn't feel like it. So, on to the next one. So you knew that I was going to start the leaf collector. I said I probably was going to. However, I didn't really want to start it quite yet. I don't know what my logic was, being well, maybe I'm just my stitchy bug was just acting weird, and I realized it was because I wanted to start that piece. But before I really realized that, I was like, I should work on another whip. Okay, so the piece that I ended up doing, that was part of my year of whips that I kind of wanted to work on, was But First Coffee. And it is by, hold on, let me look it up. I'm not going to have you guys wait. It's on Etsy. Nope, I'm not going to remember it. Anyways, I'll insert a picture here of what it should look like when it's finished. I just realized that that is so crooked. Okay, and this is where I've gone to. I had, let's see. I did this time is I did like these little, pretty much I just worked on everything pink. So this big flower, I'm not quite done with it, almost done. Some of these little flowers over here and the black. And then I think I finished up the yellow flower. There's a few stitches left, so I'll zoom in on that. Yeah, and this is on Picture This Plus Arctic Crystal. So it's sparkly. This is left over from The Christmas Town by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. Yeah, this piece is super, super cute. I don't know if it's the Ada they use or if it's the sparkle. I'm starting to think that all Ada that's sparkly stretches a ton and it's huge. But then again, I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of this fabric. My stitches look gigantic on it, even though it's supposed to be 18 count. I would probably have to count it, but I think it's more like 14, maybe 16, but they're huge stitches, and I like my stitches to be kind of tiny. So yeah, that's it. It's just a remnant, so it is like, there is no border. So I'll show you the back. Like, that's the extra. That doesn't even wrap around all the way on those sides. So I'm not putting a grime guard on it because they, come down to like here. So, and then I have some haul for this. Yeah, I'll show you that when I get to haul. But I had to buy some stuff for this. Okay, so I worked on that. I worked on that for a day, which I think was like 40 minutes of stitching, and that was it. I was tired after coming home from work, or I think it was work. But I came to the conclusion that I really just want to start my piece. I realized that I just wanted to start The Leaf Collector by Nora Corbett, and working on my Year of Whips piece for next year was not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to work on an old whip. I wanted to start one. And I think it's been a while since I actually started a whip. I didn't bring my cross-stitch journal down with me today, so I couldn't tell you exactly, but I started that. So I'll insert a picture here of what it looks like. And I worked on this for 2 days. Yeah. And this is as far as I've gotten. So it's some of her hair and then her like feather hat thing. Not a ton. And I realized that I stopped because I didn't have a color. I didn't have one of the blues. I didn't even check with that one if I needed any colors. I'm to the point where I just assume that I have all of the colors in DMC, even though I'm about 100 short, about 150 short. I just assumed that I have every color, and I didn't. I didn't have a blue, and so I had to stop. And then I was like, "Okay, universe, I get it. I need to just start working on my Haunted House by Tiny Modernist." And so I didn't. I normally don't go shopping at Michael's if I can prevent it, unless I'm working that day. So it was like 2 days away, and I was like, I can wait. I can work on the Haunted Mansion for 2 days while I get that color. And I took it out of the Q-snap so you could see how much I've done, because I've done a ton. Ta-da! So I'm almost done with the border, and that's my goal. So bring it up close. My goal is to finish the border before the last room comes out, and the last room doesn't come out till Wednesday or Thursday. I can't quite remember. And everything is done except for the pumpkins on the bottom. I was really debating on if I wanted to work on the pumpkins before recording today, just to say I finished it, but it didn't happen. I thought I should just record. So yeah, I did a lot. So that means I did, let me see, I did the mountains right here, I believe. Possibly some of the greenery I had to finish. This side was practically done. I just had to do a few final touches. This side, I did all of it. Nope, flip that. This side was almost done. This side is the side I did all of it since I've last seen you guys. So the owl, cute little owl right there, the entire tree, the hilltop with the tiny cemetery in the background, the greenery, the fence, and then the grass. So all I have left to do is the last color in the window panes on the bottom, and then the pumpkins, which I will so get that done today. If not today, definitely tomorrow. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for this to be finished. So close. It's so close. Have you guys seen the new Tiny Modernist Sal that's coming out in November? It's like, what is it? Mystical, something along those lines. I don't quite remember what it's called. I'll insert it here. I'm going to be in love with it. I haven't decided if I want to use their fabric or not. It's super cute fabric, so I don't know. It's a Lakeside Needlecrafts exclusive, so that's the only way you're going to be able to get it. Comes out, I think we can start pre-ordering like in October, I think 29th, I think is what it is. The picture will have all the information on it. And then it starts in November. And I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Today was the release of the first room of the Santa's house or whatever it is. I wasn't thrilled when the border got released. I thought it looked a little too cartoonish, if that makes sense. Not really, I don't know, it just wasn't like, I like things that are cartoonish. Like I love the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, love the Halloween one. I don't know what it was about this Christmas one that I didn't like the border. I think it was the roofing I didn't like. I don't know. I just didn't love it. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll fall in love with it with the first room. So I held off buying it until I saw the first room. And the first room got released today. And I'm kind of glad I didn't order it and I didn't start stitching it because the room is cute. Don't get me wrong. Those elves are adorable. I'll wait till, I'll keep an open mind. Like, if there's a room that I'm like, oh my gosh, I just love it, and it completes the whole piece, I'll get it, and I'll just be behind on the stitch along. But it just, I don't know. It didn't speak to me. And if it doesn't speak to me, I'm not going to buy it. I have plenty of projects that I can be doing. So, yeah. That is it for my whips. Like I said, not a ton. Mostly spent the last 3 weeks studying. I have major stitcher's bug right now to just work on everything stitchy related. So I'll definitely be spending a lot of time this week. I'm done studying, done with midterms. And so I'm ready to dive into some projects. We'll see where that takes me. I have no plans. Not one that really makes plans, except that I am going to finish the Haunted Halloween but next time you see me, that will be completed. Yeah, let's get into haul. Let's do that. So the item that was hung up in customs only took about 2 more days after that. So I think it was in there a total of 6 days in Los Angeles Customs. And that is by FlossTube, The Time for Myself. So cute. Let me make sure that you guys can see that. There we go. Very cute. I will be changing her hair to brown to match me. I just love how delicate it is. So cute. I might be doing, I'll just show it to you back here because it's the actual pattern. Maybe that one instead. I don't know. I like that one though. So yeah, it is totally like bent and it looks like I've used this thing. I love my mailman. He is so sweet. If we're outside and we're bringing in groceries or something like that, he'll help us. You've seen my brother trying to fix the lawnmower, and he's spent some time helping him figure it out and stuff like that. He's awesome, and our house is directly in front of the mailbox, so we see him all the time, and we talk to him all the time, and he's so sweet. Love him. On his day off, we don't have a nice mailman, okay? He's mean, and he doesn't care about our stuff. This thing, you can still kind of see the wave, came like this, like crushed up in the corner of our slot to fit like a cardboard box of something, like those cardboard envelopes. He always folds those in half. So what's in it is my brother's Dollar Shave Club. There's advertisements. You guys see that. It's really, really awesome. He loves it. But they come in like full-size envelopes, like cardboard envelopes. The mailman just folds it in half and shoves it in there. He has no idea what's in there. So why does he do that? This is our substitute mailman that does it this way. And my package happened to be delivered that day as well. I have had it in between books to kind of flatten it out, and it's gotten flat-ish. It really looks like, the only way I can describe it is when you have like a workbook or something in a backpack the entire semester. It's kind of how it looks, except the edges aren't so worn, but like it's all wrinkly and there's no rhyme or reason to the wrinkles. It's just wrinkly. I'm sure if you're not in school, you might have a kid in school and you totally get what I mean. That's how it came, and that's kind of how it looks. So, I mean, I get it digitally scanned in at Staples anyways. So, I mean, it's just not nice when you get something that you're looking forward to and it's all bent, but it's okay. Whatever. The next thing was from 123 Stitch, and that was the reason I did it was because, I gotta grab it, for the But First coffee. And I have it opened from no wonder why I can't remember this name. I cannot pronounce it. So I'm gonna, again, put the name up here, wherever it goes. I'm gonna pull up the picture for you guys. Okay. So this is the picture of what it will look like. I showed you guys that. I showed you a better one. But I wanted to point some things out to you. I zoomed in a lot to show you. Okay. So it's a tiny piece. It's so cute. And on the other picture that I showed you, you probably saw that the coffee is two-toned. So my plan is for the But First is to use Petite Treasure Braid, whatever gold I have. I have one, I don't remember what it is. For the But First. The coffee is two-toned, and I was debating on if I wanted to do sparkles or not. And I was kind of having a bad week. My stitchy bug was weird, and I was like, I'm just going to shop. Okay. Probably shouldn't have done that. Probably should have went in with a plan. And I couldn't really find a DMC to petite treasure braid conversion. I think a lot of people just go to their LNSs and do it. If there is one, please link it below for me so I can have that in my group of things, you know, just resources that I need for stitching. Okay, and so for the two-toned coffee, I couldn't figure it out, so I bought two, and that works. I was originally just going to do one color, and I didn't know what these were both. One was, I wish it gave the name, PB14 and PB49, and they both kind of had like a brown description to them, and so I bought them both. So here are the two. And I might still do the two-toned with both of them. I actually kind of like them both. This one I really like because it kind of has a coppery brown, but then there's like, I think it's woven with black string. Yeah, so it's like a copper metallic woven with black or dark brown string. And so it has like two dimensions to it, which I love. And then the PB49, like dark mocha, no, not mocha, just dark brown. It's a lovely color. I like it as well. And I'm thinking I might do two-tones. And the reason is because it's two-toned, but also the coffee mug is black. And this, I think, is too dark for the black, for it to really stand out. So because the lighter tone is on top on the picture, I might just do that. Might just do the two tones. I'll start stitching it and see what I like. So it would look like this, the tones like that. We'll see. I haven't decided, and I'm putting the piece away. I just kept it out to show you guys. I always like to keep these on Q snaps because it's easier to show you, but I'm taking it off and then putting it back into my whip bag. And then I couldn't just buy string. I couldn't do it. So, but I did remember that the next time I was going to order from 123stitch, I was going to get the DMC glow in the dark. So that is E940. I wanted to add it to my Haunted Halloween Sal in the Ghosts. I saw someone that did that and I loved that idea. And I already had stitched it by the time I saw it, but I was like, for future, I'm not going to pull it out because I'm just not going to. But for future reference, if I need a glow, I'll have it. That's why I have it. So just the white glow in the dark one. It's very fuzzy. It has a slight plasticky feel to it, so I don't really actually know how stitching with it is. But we'll see. I have it now, so if I ever want anything to glow, I don't have to go wait for it or forget about it because now I have it. And then I got the last Lizzie Kate Flip It September. I think I said it last time I got one that it was the last one. It wasn't. When I went to go count them all, I had 11. So I have September. And I think part of my year of whips, sneak peek, is going to be to finish all of these. So we'll see. Haven't quite decided, but I'm pretty sure. These take about a day, sometimes 2, sometimes 3 days. It really depends on how much stitchy time I give myself. So yeah. Love that. And with Christmas just around the corner, I wasn't sure if I was going to do the Tiny Modernist Christmas Sal, and I always like to start something for Christmas. And I don't know. I have my Country Cottage Needleworks Santa's Village. However, those are just houses. Like, I wanted something else besides houses to do so that I could, like, start a new one and it could be fun. So the one I picked was, this is all in French. So this one, I'll put the designer name that you can't see. Put the designer name here while I'm opening this. And I have an Easter one of these, and I just love these designs. They're like quirky, but classy at the same time. That's a weird combo, but I love it. And I love how these come in like these books. Yeah, so cute. Oh, I love it. And I actually, like, these patterns are always deceptive to me. I always think that they're going to be a lot smaller than they are. But then if you, like, really look closely, like, that heart wreath has a lot of details in it. So I just couldn't tell if it was going to be, how big it was going to be. And it is way bigger than I thought. I thought it was going to be like 100 by like 80. I don't know why I always think that. But it's going to be 189 by 269. Yeah. It doesn't ask for a lot of colors. 3, 6, 9. Only asks for 9 colors. Oh, and backstitching is a different color. And then 1 color of backstitch that's a different color. So total of 10 colors. That's not bad. All DMC. So cute. The moment I feel like Christmas, I'm starting this. I have no fabric for it though. I really need to figure that out. I just love it. And then last thing is I went to Hobby Lobby, of course, and I was really doing it actually to pass time between school and work. Hobby Lobby's on the way, and I started my shift way later than I usually do. So yeah, I just went to Hobby Lobby to pass some time. And I only bought one thing. I was really good, and I was kind of happy about that. And it was a pin that was a Christmas tree. And it was like 50% off. So, what is that? All sparkly. All jewels. So, I just take normal scissors, or sorry, not scissors, jewelry wire cutters. Pretty much if you want to make a needle minder, that's the only thing you need to buy, is jewelry wire cutters, magnets, and I use the E6000 super glue. It comes in a pack of 5, I think, at Michael's. That's all you need. So yeah, I bought this, I think 2 or 3 days after I have recorded, and so I had that cute, this is my ugly Christmas sweater charm that I was also turning into a needle minder, and those presents from last video I showed you guys, and so I just busted out my stuff and then made them all. So this is so cute, and I think it's gonna look so cute on this. Like, it's the only thing that's blingy, but it's like kind of fits, you know? So yeah. Let me go through my list. Oh, I almost forgot to show you one thing. How could I do that? I did order one more thing online. I'm trying to pull it up. This pattern I saw on, did I ever download it onto here? I saw it on Stitchmania, and I loved it, and I couldn't find it, and I couldn't figure out who the designer was, and, oh no, I saw it, someone posted a picture of it on Stitchmania, and it was a magazine advertisement for this piece that was going to be in the next issue, and I didn't know what the magazine was. Like, that part was somehow cropped out of the picture, and I didn't know what it was, and I was like, I love, love, love this piece. What do I do? And I tried looking for it. I'm sure I could have just asked everyone on Stitchmania, and someone would have gladly have just told me. However, I'm stubborn. I didn't want to ask for help, and yeah, so I bought this. It is Winter Queen, I'm having it open, by Shauna Christine Designs. It was, let's see if I go this way, it's better. There we go. It was in the magazine. However, she does have her own website, and I did get a digital download of it. They also have the Cinderella one that I love, that I didn't know she did as well. But they look the same, so I should have figured that out. Isn't she beautiful? Look at that dress. Ugh. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Yep, I love it. And I love it enough to where I have spent some serious time looking at fabrics to actually buy a fabric instead of making it. And the reason for that is that I want it to have some opalescent or some sparkles in it. But I want it to be linen. And I don't know if anywhere that sells just plain opalescent linen. I tried looking at 123stitch and I can't really find anything. I'm having a hard time. I wanted to order from 123stitch over. I found one that I liked. 123stitch doesn't carry it in a 32 count. And they did it in a 28, and I forget what the name of it is. And it's by Picture This Plus. I ordered this one directly from Picture This Plus, and it took like a month. And it wasn't the cheapest. And so I'm struggling with spending that much money on fabric. Like, I get it. Keep the mom and pop shops open. Picture This Plus, I mean, isn't super mom and pop, but it's like dyeing fabrics is a dying art because not as many stitchers around. And so I get why it's so much more. However, it's so much cheaper to just go to the store, use a coupon, and dye it myself. Like a quarter or less. Yeah. So I haven't started it, and I don't have plans to start it until I find the right fabric for it. So I'm still on the hunt. We'll see. But it's a beautiful pattern. It's so pretty, and I'm so glad I found it. And so I kind of like been looking and like, okay, so I finished Halloween Magic by Fraudy Ritter Designs. I showed you guys that, I think 2 videos ago, of the witch. And then I'm working on, so that's Halloween. And right now I'm working on a leaf collector. That's very fall. And then now I have this one, which is winter. So I feel like I'm gonna have a character or a female character stitched for every season, which I don't think is a bad thing. I'm actually like kind of excited about this. I also have the Raven Queen I'm working on, although she's on Ada, and how much 1 year has like changed my skill. So I started her January 1st of this year. She's on Ada. She is huge. She's on 18 count Ada. My fabric dyeing skills are mediocre on it. They're just like, it's just a light gray, but it's like purpley gray. And I'm just not in love with it because it's on Ada, and I want all my Mirabilias and Oral Corbets 1/1. I haven't finished one that's 1/1. And all I've done is the Witch 1/1, but it's pretty much sold me on how beautiful it looks and how unique that makes it look. So she's for Halloween as well, but like, I don't really know if I'll ever finish her. Sadly, I want to, but I don't know. But yeah, like, I'll pull that piece out. I'm going to do a whip parade sometime in the next, not this month. I'm just going to leave it at that. So future plans in general, I'm just jumping all over the place. Future plans in general, I am going to do a whip parade. Go check out Jessie Marie Does Stuff. and go to her playlists, and she actually has a Whip Parade playlist, which is awesome. So I don't even know where I was going with this. Go check it out. It's awesome. Looking around, looking at my card. One more thing. Last video I mentioned cross stitch bingo. Since I mentioned that, I have not participated. Between that one and there was one other, I don't remember. I've learned something with this one. And that is, I don't like counting my stitches at all. So, new rule for me is that if a game, if a challenge involves counting, I'm not going to do it. It just dragged me down. Like, if I wanted to stitch, when I had like a major stitchy bug, I don't want to stop to count. I just want to keep stitching. I don't want to have to worry about when is the stopping point for me to take a picture to upload it. It's not fluid for me. So I think that's a good thing to know about yourself if you enjoy counting your stitches or not. Some people really like to do that. They do it daily to see like how much they stitch that day, and they write it down. And I think that's so cool. Like, I love writing down. I love making lists and then seeing my progress that way. It's just not my thing, and I think that's okay. I just learned that about myself. So yeah, the exception I'm gonna say is any of the Heaven and Earth Design Challenge. Whew, geez, that's easy to count. Because it's just, I have it gridded. So it's 100 stitches when I finish a block. That's really easy to count. And so you just count how many blocks. So like 600 would be 6 blocks. So I don't even have to count like above 10 most days. And so, and then the challenge that the official Heaven and Earth Designs group is having right now is to have 2,018 stitches for 2018. I kind of counted it out, and I'm like 1 block shy of finishing the page. So I don't even have to count. Once I finish the page, I have finished it. And so I didn't work on that in the last 3 weeks. I'm definitely going to be waiting until, I think, either Thanksgiving break, even though we might be going out of town now, so maybe not, or once I finish the semester. Then I will work on that, because when I get in those zones, I like to spend like 6 to 7 hours doing it, and that's just not possible right now. So yeah, I learned something great from that group, that I just don't like counting my stitches. And I know like competitions are kind of hard when you don't have like a stitch count, and I get that. Like, it's hard to say like, okay, finish a project. Well, if someone decides to do a Lizzie Kate and then someone decides to do an Nora Corbett, finishing a project between those two is the difference between doing it in a week and doing it in like a month or more. And so I get why a stitch count kind of levels the playing field. And so, and I like games. So that's kind of sad for me that I don't, but it just kind of pulled me down. And I realized that I wasn't stitching because I didn't want to count. Because I didn't want to get into the groove and then have to stop. So yeah, that's a good thing to learn. Something new I learned about myself. So yeah, I think I've rambled long enough. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks. I have no plans of being late next time. I will be finishing the Haunted Halloween Sao by then. Fingers crossed. I really hope so. Yeah, that's about it. So I will see you guys later. Happy stitching!